Hello everyone and welcome to our online goal setting workshop as part of BCIT Student Association's mentorship program. My name is Darshana. I'm the facilitator of entrepreneurial stream of mentorship program.
Hello, my name is Tania and I'm the coordinator of the career mentorship stream. We will be guiding you through this online workshop. The purpose of this workshop is to help you to prepare your goals, which you'll need to bring to the training session taking place later this month. Important program information will be shared with you at the end of this workshop, so please do watch the complete video to ensure that you do not miss it. The Canadian-American self-development author Brian Tracy believes that committing your goals to paper increases the likelihood of your achieving them by 1,000%. Before we start, set yourself up for goal-setting success by having a printed copy of the goal-setting worksheet we provided you with in front of you, along with a piece of paper and a pen. This will allow you to easily take notes throughout the session and you'll be able to commit your goals to paper. If you don't have the goal-setting worksheet in front of you, please pause the video now and go get a copy. By the end of this video, you should be able to define what a SMART goal is and identify your goals for the program and turn your goals into SMART goals. Before we look at how to set goals, let's discuss why it is important to set goals. Have you ever wanted to achieve something and failed? What stopped you from achieving this specific goal? Take a moment to write down your thoughts on why you didn't achieve the outcome you wanted. You can pause the video if you'd like. This is not a unique experience as we've all been in such a situation. The truth about many of our failed goals is that we haven't achieved them because we did not know how to set and accomplish goals effectively, rather than not having had enough willpower and determination to achieve them. Fortunately for us, there are established practices that we'll share with you in this video, which will enable you to overcome the challenge of not setting goals effectively. Before you start setting goals, it is important to realize that goals must be unique to you, clear, and flexible. Let's briefly look at each of these concepts before we talk about setting goals. Goals are unique and special to each individual, and there are no right or wrong goals. Remember, it is about what you want to achieve or develop and not what your friends, your co-workers or classmates or parents want. Your goals are about you only. You should set your goals based on your needs and passions. For example, Canadian athlete Terry Fox had a unique goal to raise awareness on cancer by embarking on an east to west cross Canada run. A goal should be clear as it will help you to define your success. An example of someone who set a clear goal and achieved it is Steve Jobs. Steve has said that the technology company Apple's goal was not to make money, but to design and develop and bring to market good products. He believed that their success was based on being really clear about what their goals were. Being flexible is a choice, and a very important choice and part of goal setting. Jeff Bezos, the chief executive officer of the world's largest online retailer, Amazon, is a good example of someone who has perfected the art of flexibility in goal setting. He believes that one should be stubborn on the long-term vision, but flexible on the details. This will allow you to adjust your goals. So, how can you make your goals unique, clear, and flexible? The SMART goals format can help you. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. It will help you clarify your ideas, focus your efforts, and use your time and resources productively. There are many benefits to setting SMART goals. It helps you to manage your time because it reminds you of priorities. It divides your large goals into smaller, attainable goals, which make your progress easy to monitor. SMART goals also clarify your end vision, which allows you to focus your efforts and will prevent you from getting distracted in day-to-day activities.
All right. Thank you so much, Tanya. The goal setting worksheet is a good tool to draft a SMART goal. Please have your goal setting worksheet in front of you along with a piece of paper and a pen so you can make notes. On the worksheet, there is an outcome, task, resources, and deadlines. These combined together create a SMART goal. Outcome is a final result of the goals you want to achieve. This needs to be specific and measurable. To achieve an outcome successfully, you have to perform tasks that are actionable and measurable at the same time. Every task needs resources that are realistic because they are available to you. Setting a deadline for each task is needed to stay on track. Now, one by one, we'll go to each of these and create a SMART goal for yourself. Let's look more in depth at how to apply SMART to a goal by using networking as an example. We will be using the goal setting worksheet to complete this example step by step together. S stands for specific. A specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general goal. For example, your goal is to improve your networking skills. You can make it specific by asking yourself different questions. Some of these questions are, is it easy to understand? Is it focused on a specific outcome? Is it with clear language? To start with, I wrote down networking in the outcome section before I got more specific about the what, who, and why. Do you think the current outcome, building my network, is specific? No, it is not. It only states the what of the outcome that you want, right? That is building my network. You can make a goal more specific by adding a what, who, or why by asking these questions to yourself. I have changed the outcome to building a network within a human resource field because that's where I want to go into. Specifically with HR managers and staff in compensation and benefits area that's more specific. To help me with my career transition, that's my focus. So that's my why. If you want to take a moment now to work and make your outcome specific, please pause the video before we look at making the outcome more measurable. Now that you have made your outcome specific, the next step is to make your goal more measurable. Okay, a measurable goal allows you to measure your success and helps you to stay on track and reach your target in a quantifiable way. To determine whether your goal is measurable, ask yourself these questions. Can I track the progress and measure the outcome? How will I know when my goal is accomplished? How much do I need to add? How many do I need to do? Okay, now think, how will you make this measurable outcome more specific? What I have done is to decide, how many people I want to network with in a specific time period, which is a minimum of two people per month. This will help me, sorry about that. This will help me track my progress and stay focused on achieving the desired outcome. If you want to take a moment now to work on making your outcome measurable by asking yourself how much, how many, please pause the video before we look at making your goal more actionable. Now that you have made your outcome measurable, the next step is creating actionable task for your outcome. For every goal, you need to know how will you accomplish the goal. Questions that you ask yourself to make your goals actionable are, is the goal reasonable enough to be accomplished? If yes, how so? What task will help me reach these outcomes? Okay. Actionable outcomes have specific and measurable tasks that will help you achieve your goals successfully. Look at the current example of the tasks and ask yourself if they are actionable. No, because the tasks are not specific and you will not be able to measure them. To make the actionable task, I thought about the steps I could take to achieve the outcome, and this is what I got. It was very important for me to prepare before attending a networking event. That included a resume and getting a resume and a pitch ready. Also, deciding how many networks I want to join in a specific time period helped me make the tasks more attainable. If you want to take a moment now to work on making your tasks actionable, please pause the video before we look at how to make the goals more realistic. Now that you have made the task actionable, the next step is listing resources for each task. Okay. When you start to plan any activity, you have to think of if you have all the resources needed to make the activity possible. Similarly, we need to be realistic about achieving our goals by listing all the resources we need and we have. Questions you may ask yourself to make a goal realistic are, is the goal worthwhile and will it meet your needs? Does your goal fit into your short-term and a long-term plan? What resources do you need to reach the goals? Okay, so now realistic goals have well-planned and manageable resources for each task. Look at the current example of resources and ask yourself if they are realistic. The resources may be realistic, but if you could list resources for a specific task, it will make it more realistic for you to achieve. Once you have the resources for each task identified, you can take actions more effectively and efficiently to have successful goals. If you want to take a moment now to work on listing resources you have for each of your tasks, pause the video now, and then we'll work on setting up the timelines. Now that you have the resources realistic, the next step is to set timelines. Finally, is your goal timely? To answer this question, you need to put a deadline to each goal. This will ensure that you can complete the task on time and can see what you are working towards. Remember, not to overestimate what you can achieve, as we often underestimate the time and resources we have in hand. You should ask questions when you are setting up a timeline, like, are you establishing a sense of urgency? Can you manage your time with selected date of completion? Okay, a timely goal helps you to manage your schedule and stay on track. We have set a deadline to each task, understanding the priority and importance of each task. If you want to take a moment now to work on setting up timeline, please pause the video now before we summarize and help you understand the next steps in the mentorship process. Okay, to summarize, the goal is specific. The goal is made of outcome that is specific and measurable. The tasks are actionable. The resources are realistic, and the deadlines are timely. So the next steps.
Thank you, Darshana. So your next steps are to 1, book your training session, and 2, draft your goals and bring them to training. So please ensure that you are signed up for your training session. You only have to select one of the 2 available in-person training sessions taking place here on campus this month. And the details on the deadline to register for training is within the email that provided you with the link to this video. So please go back there and review the dates there. Then you need to bring at least 3 drafted SMART goals on the worksheet we provided you with to this training session that you register for. So if you need support to draft your goals before the training or have any questions or concerns, please reach out to the contact person for the mentorship stream you are enrolled in. So the contact person for the career mentorship stream is me, Tanya, and then for the entrepreneurial mentorship stream is Darshana. All right, so thank you for taking the time to go through this online workshop. We are looking forward to seeing you at the training session.